Hello, dear students. I am Samir Velankar. I welcome all of you to this video on converting infix to postfix. We left out this topic in the previous video. This is part 2 of this particular algorithm. Well, some of the issues I want to discuss in this algorithm before I announce that this topic is closed, infix to postfix. Well, you recall that the stack that we used for converting infix to postfix, the stack had initially a symbol called tilde. Observe in the beginning of the algorithm, we pushed a special symbol tilde on the stack such that in stack priority ISP of tilde is 0, that is least. Now, why did we push tilde? I'm sure those who left the video, those who saw the video, the part 1 would be still wondering, or maybe they have got the answer. Now, why do you push tilde initially on the stack and keep it as it is? It is for the operator case, this case, operator case. Now, in one sentence, I can tell you that why we push tilde on the stack initially, such that the priority of the tilde is least, is so that stack S never becomes empty. See, by just pushing the tilde in the beginning inside the stack such that priority of tilde is least, we are ensuring that the stack will never become empty. How come? Stack never becomes empty. Why really? Just imagine for some time that tilde is not there. Okay? And the very first operator we got in the infix expression was plus. So plus will be pushed on the stack. The next operator we got is multiply. So multiply will be pushed on the stack, and multiply can go on top of plus because multiply has higher priority than plus. Now the next operator, imagine, we got is minus. Now if minus is coming inside the stack, then all the higher priority operators should be popped, isn't it? So this asterisk will be popped, gone. And then still minus cannot join the stack because plus operator waiting on the stack is having equal priority. Even equal priorities cannot supersede each other. So plus also should be popped. Okay. Now what happens, after popping both operators, the stack becomes empty. The stack becomes empty, isn't it? And still minus is waiting out. Then in our while condition, we will have to add one more condition, and not empty stack. Not empty stack, isn't it? So what's so bad in that? Well, by adding one condition and not empty stack, we are making our algorithm slow, because each time the while is going to go back, each time it will repeat, it has to check two conditions, and it has to be so careful. Is stack not empty? Is stack not empty? It has to again and again check, isn't it? But if you put a tilde, push this tilde on the stack initially, such that priority of tilde is least, then anybody, whoever is coming inside the stack, like minus is coming in the stack, then even if you pop all the operators, like star was popped, plus was popped, even if you pop it, there will be a time reached when minus, the incoming operator, will be compared with tilde. And you know that tilde has lowest priority, then minus can easily supersede on top of tilde. So stack S can never become empty. In the worst case, the algorithm will come down the stack, down, and it will reach tilde symbol, and tilde symbol will say anybody is welcome because I have least priority. So tilde will be never popped and stack will be never empty. If that is so, then we have avoided one condition in the while loop, that stack should not be empty to perform any operation on the stack. I hope you got the idea of why tilde is pushed initially. Well, I remember several years back teaching this topic, one of the students, argued on this point and said, "Sir, we can solve this problem of not making the stack empty without tilde also." An excellent idea he gave is, he said that whatever is the infix expression given, whatever infix is given, you put one open bracket in the beginning and one close bracket at the end. So you enclose that infix expression in open bracket and close bracket. So what happens is that student got a very, very good round of applause in that class. Well, then what happens? I am so sorry, so poor in drawing this. Anyway, hmm. So what happens when the infix starts? Here you see this infix. The very first token we get is bracket, and bracket goes on the stack. Now, when will this open bracket get popped? It will get popped only when you get matching close bracket, isn't it? Matching close bracket. Well, I agree there can be more open brackets in between somewhere, but there will be matching close bracket. So when you get this matching close bracket, everything will be popped. Everything will be popped till open bracket only. Matching open bracket, isn't it? So when will this first open bracket get popped? It will get popped only when you get the last close bracket. That means the stack S will never become empty, isn't it? Never be empty. So again, we don't have to write the condition and not empty stack. I hope you're understanding. This is a super solution. Enclose the infix expression in one more open bracket and close bracket. Stack will never become empty. I hope you have understood the issue of putting a tilde initially inside the stack so that it will never become empty. Well, thank you very much.